Okay, so anyway, now that we're all here, hello, welcome to season 2, episode 2 of the Cringe Crew Music Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Xenon756, joined by my co-hosts Conley and Steven. Albums this week: Tesseract's Altered State, Flogging Molly's Drunken Lullabies, and what the fuck is this dude's name again?
Eli Noir.
Yeah, Eli Noir's Royalty and Reality. So we're gonna. I want to talk about mine last because I might ramble for a bit. So whoever wants to go first.
Yeah, I can. I might as well go first. So I picked Jesus, Flogging Molly's Drunken Lullabies. I'm not sure if I like detailed this too much last week, but the first couple weeks I was planning on just setting out some albums that like are my personal favorites or like the things that I've like molded my taste from. Yeah, Stallman, it's not it's not like super old. It's 2002, but it was probably again tied with maybe one other album for my favorite Flogging Molly album, and I've loved Flogging Molly since this album came out. I've loved them for quite a while. But this one, I just feel like everything on this album, I just feel like at this point I've learned every single lyric inside and out from like most of their discography, but this one, it's every single song. I just love every single song off this album.
All right, nice. So yeah, when I first saw this, admittedly, I confused Flogging Molly and Dropkick Murphys. Like, I think they're the same band. So I was like, oh shit, I love Time to Go by Dropkick Murphys. It's on Tony Hawk's Underground 1. I love that song. And I'm like, oh wait, different band, but they sound the same. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are very similar sounding.
So yeah, this style of music, which I guess Wikipedia considers like Celtic punk or whatever, I think it's cool, but it's like not something that I listen to all the time. So like I'm not really like a huge fan of this band, or I also Dropkick Murphys. Like there's a few. I don't know any Flogging Molly songs off the top of my head. There's probably one, but I can't think of what the name of the song is. But I guarantee you I've heard one other song of theirs. I just don't know the name. But if I hear it, I will know.
Taco Island?
Maybe.
Okay.
I have no idea. But yeah, I think it's cool, but it's just not something that I listen to regularly or like actively seek out, I guess. But listening to this, I thought it was cool. I respect what they're doing, but again, not my style. I did not hate it by any means. It's just not my thing.
This is so my whole family heritage is Irish. So I listen to a lot of like Flogging Molly, the Irish Rovers, Dropkick Murphys, stuff like that.
Yep.
I saw this album title and I was like, oh fuck yeah, I listen to this all the time at work. It's one of my favorite Flogging Molly albums, and I fucking love this album. Top 2 favorite songs off of this: What's Left of the Flag and Drunken Lullabies, the title track.
That I was going to say that What's Left of the Flag is like one of my favorites off this one. Yeah,
it's real good. This album is 10/10, would recommend, especially if you like heavier, faster stuff.
Yeah.
It's real good.
I think like when I was younger, this was kind of like a tipping point because I just kind of found them by accident off of YouTube. Well, I didn't find this album specifically, but I like started listening to a lot of them when YouTube came out. But like it was like a gateway sort of into more pop punk kind of stuff, more punkish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess my favorites off of this were Bag of Bricks and the title track and The Rare Old Times. I thought those were good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Drunken Lullabies, What's Left of the Flag, and my other, I really love Rebels of the Sacred Heart. That's another one of my favorites.
Yeah, that one was good too. All right, like I said, I want to do mine last. So, Steven, yours.
All right. So I actually found this on one of those chill beats to study to type things.
It's funny you say that, but continue.
So I saw this and I was like, oh, okay, I actually really like this guy. Let's see what his other stuff listens to. And it's just like chill, laid back soul R&B.
Mhm.
I mean, you can't really go wrong with that genre. It does one thing and it does it really well, and I like it. So the whole album's good. Favorites off of this probably Wonder Why and Royalty and Reality. Both are really good.
Okay. Yeah, I was confused about Steven's pick too. I'm just like, wait a minute, this isn't power metal. What are you doing? But I listened to like the first couple tracks and I'm just like, okay, lo-fi hip hop beats to relax and study to. I dig it. Okay. I didn't really have a favorite track, but I was into it. It's a vibe.
Yeah, the second I saw it, I was like, I had the same reaction. I was like, this doesn't seem like, am I gonna be surprised by like the second or third song in here or something? But
yeah, you just like crank it up, and
I'm
the
just- yeah.
third song is just Down with the Sickness.
Ooh,
Like
yumma,
you get 5 seconds in or 5 minutes in, and it's just like, wow, this is
It-
really chill.
yeah,
Oh no,
it's like
there
that
it
one.
is.
Oh,
It's
God.
like that
Oh,
one
God.
"Bring Me the Horizon" song where it starts off with like a really nice piano melody, and then it
Yes.
just devolves into.
Yep. Fuck. I was waiting for the twist, but I also really enjoyed this album. This is kind of a level of soul, I guess, R&B kind of hip hop that I really enjoy. Slash, I haven't really listened to too often. I enjoy it, but I haven't seen much of it. And
Yeah.
but I really like this one. I think my personal favorite might have been either Freedom or A Word.
Both are good.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, the album isn't too long, so but I mean,
Yeah.
it's still like each song. I was like, this song it's each song complemented the other one very nicely. I think.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I like him. All of his stuff is just really good, peaceful, laid back. Like, believe it or not, I don't always just jam out to power metal and punch things.
Contrary to how it seems.
I do have a softer, relaxed side, but those are few and far between.
Fair.
Yeah, it was good.
Mhm.
All right, so my pick, Tesseract's
boy.
Altered State. I was really excited to talk about this week. So I don't remember exactly how I found these guys, but boy am I glad I did. So this album, I would consider to be nothing short of just a progressive metal masterpiece. It's another album that I definitely rate like a solid 10 out of 10. It's one of those albums though where you kind of have to listen to the whole thing all in one sitting though. Because they all the tracks like flow into each other mostly.
I had that feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. But the way that this album is laid out, it's titled weird. So each section of the album is separated into sections. So of mind, of matter, of energy, that kind of thing. And then there are tracks within each section that have their own names. So each section is kind of like its own thing. You can kind of maybe listen to each section all in one sitting and do it that way. But I would just recommend sitting down, listening to the whole album in one sitting. So this album it's just beautiful. There are really powerful moments on this album that I love a lot. It's got really djenty guitars, which I'm a sucker for, like weird time signatures, that kind of thing. Also, there's a track with a sax solo of Reality, Calabi Yao. That whole song is just sax solo, and it's great. I love it. This is the only Tesseract album to feature former vocalist Ash O'Hara. He ended up being replaced by Daniel Tompkins, who was on their last two albums, but he's really good here, even though it's the only album he's on. Interesting bit of trivia about this album. Due to budget constraints, none of the drums are live. They're either all programmed or they were played on a drum pad. So it's not live drums here.
The second when you say that, I feel like I could kind of I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, despite that, like the album is great.
Oh well, yeah.
This whole thing is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It's really pleasant to listen to. I
Yeah.
had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Not to say that the drums are bad, just that I noticed a difference between like the performance for the guitar and like the bass.
Yeah. But yeah, my highlights on this is the entirety of Matter, but mostly Resist. Resist is the highlight for me. All of Mind, and then of Reality, Calibi Yao, or however you say that, the song with the sax solo. But whole album, front to back, solid.
Of Reality was probably my personal favorite. This whole album is a little different than what you normally listen to, honestly. But I actually really, really like it. It gave me Townsend vibes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like later, like Transcendence and albums like that.
Yeah. I can see that.
But I definitely liked it. Favorite, I guess, section of tracks is Of Reality. Like, the whole thing is just good.
Yeah, I just like the second. I think I was in like maybe the second track. Or I think I was somewhere in the middle of Matter where I was like, I didn't look up anything about them at first. I was like, I'm just gonna listen to it and see what it is. And I was like, the second, like I think it was the second song. I was like, wait, is this like a math rock prog metal like gent kind of thing? And then like the third and like as it went on, I was like, oh shit. But like each one, I genuinely like absolutely loved the guitar work on like every single one of these songs. I think that my personal favorites, I did really like Of Reality a lot, but I think Of Mind, those two songs might be my personal favorite. I just like the vibe through but just generally the vibe from the beginning to the end was like, just something.
Like the way really Of Mind starts on Nocturne is just really great, and then the second track Exile, like that it fades into, is good too.
Yeah, like you said it before too. Just talking about the vocalist, I really like it. It was another thing that I took maybe a little bit of a step back. I was like, oh, this is different than I had imagined or thought up in my head, but it's still like, yes, I love this album. I would also give it like a 10 out of 10.
Okay. It's actually really funny that I ended up talking about this album this week. So a weird thing has happened where I have some kind of like sixth sense kind of thing that I've determined where I can somehow just like by complete accident guess when a band is going to re-release an album. So let me explain. When I talked about Linkin Park's Reanimation before, a couple days after I decided, yes, this is the album I'm going to talk about for the podcast, I discovered that Linkin Park was doing a 20th anniversary box set of Hybrid Theory that included the remix album Reanimation, all the demos, and a bunch of other stuff. Okay? And I'm like, okay, well, that's a cool coincidence. This week, I found out literally yesterday that Tesseract is doing a re-release of Altered State that includes a CD in the bundle and then like a whole slew of Altered State themed merch. And I'm like, that's weird that that's happened a second time. And so now I'm wondering what album it's going to happen to a third time.
3 for 3.
Mike, for the love of God, whatever you do, just pick like some super obscure band from like the 60s that that's very few people know about.
They've only released like one album too.
And then like it's just like the week after you posted it, it's just like, oh yeah guys, we know you wanted more, so we're back. And it's like, who the fuck are you?
Fucking what?
Just if it happens a third time, I'm some kind of weird music oracle.
Mike, coming back. So guys, you're not gonna believe what I'm about to announce for next week's album. Oh, what is it? This week we're doing Michael Jackson. Isn't he dead? Like 3 weeks later, Michael Jackson's estate to release unreleased music album.
Oh, good God.
But yeah, the thing about Altered State, though, is if you try to buy this online, it's like $80 for the vinyl of this.
God damn. Huh.
And so the re-release that includes the CD is going to be like £60, whatever that is, USD.
Oh, it's probably about $80.
Yeah, like so about the same. But the fact that they're re-releasing I gotta.
You know, Mike, if you do like other genty stuff, I'm not sure if you've listened to Animals as Leaders.
I'm very aware of Animals as Leader.
Okay. I figured you would be because they were like a super popular other
genty band. Tosin Abasi is a machine on guitar. I do not know how this man plays guitar like that.
I every time I hear it, it's like not an epiphany, but it's like blows my mind every fucking time I listen to an album.
I should listen to that then because I've never heard of them.
Animals as Leaders is
They're
it's on the sidebars
yeah.
of Tesseract.
They're just like an
Okay.
instrumental gent
They
progressive rock band.
Most of their albums don't have a lot of lyrics on them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know how that man plays guitar like that.
I don't know either, but it's a fucking piece of art.
Is it like the first time you see Gene Simmons play the guitar with his tongue? Is it like that feeling?
I don't know. You be the judge.
All I remember is going to a Kiss concert when I was like 16 and seeing this man start playing guitar with his tongue, and I'm just like,
Good God.
wow.
I remember going to a Rob Zombie. No, I think it was Rob Zombie show, and I saw one of them also. I think he played the fucking like Pledge of Allegiance or like the national anthem on the guitar with his tongue. I'm like,
oh my god,
what is going on?
Yeah,
shit.
it's one of those things you just
Ted,
see. That's like the people
thank
who
you for
just
raid.
get like,
Oh,
huh?
Ted has raided me. Hello.
hello, Ted.
Hello, new people. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, I saw the alert. I saw the alert now, but like I didn't hear the audio for it. And why? Why did I not hear the audio? Oh well, it's fine.
But yeah, this is definitely, this whole album was really, really good, man.
Yeah, I like it's the one thing I love about this podcast is that every week it's never something like you guys are getting some albums from me that like I know you've probably heard before, but for you two, I'm getting shit that I didn't know existed.
Oh
Me
boy.
and Mike have
I've got just like a horde of shit that nobody else listens to but me.
me and Mike, like we basically how I used to find my music was I would come home after work because even in high school I worked obscene hours and obscene days because I'm a workaholic, and I would get toasted out of my fucking mind, and I'm just like, you know what I want to listen to today? Indie rock bubble pop electra monstrosity.
I've got that for you. I've literally have a band that is that.
Oh my god.
and I'd pull it up and I'd just be like, you know what? I vibe with I staple tapeworms on my penis. I've never heard of this band before now, but sure, I love it.
Look up Passenger of Shit. They're just an Australian band, and they literally have a song called "I Staple Tapeworms on My Penis."
I'm sorry. Fucking
Here, let
what?
me quote some. Let me
Feel
quote
the blood gushing from your anus. That is a lyric.
Hold on. Fucking exposed entrails, Marin. No, stop. I don't
Hold
want
on
to finish
here.
that
Let
one.
me quote this song for you. I staple tapeworms to my penis so they can drink the blood juice from your fetus. These are not made up lyrics.
Okay, so the thing is under the fans also like section on Spotify is Nero's Day at Disneyland, which is like the most obscure music I listen to personally. I've never seen another like. This is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting listen because I love Nero's Day at Disneyland.
We should absolutely just start recommending like the crazy shit we would listen to baked out of our minds.
Well,
We
I
should
mean,
start
I
playing that.
I do that already. I listened to Mike's Pretty Baked, and I was like, that's why I think I liked Of Mine so much. That one felt
yes.
Oh, I have a story about this album actually.
Oh wait, is
remember
the one that you fucking tripped on?
Yes. When we went to go see Jacob in Starkville, I was listening to this, and Jacob's just like, Mike, that sounds kind of intense. Are you sure you want to be listening to that? And I'm just under the blankets having a moment like, shush.
All I remember is, so I see this man's hand rising above the blanket and stomping into it, and I'm like, Mike, you good, man? He's like, there is a tiny city on my blanket, and I am their new god. And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck?
Just so that you know what's going on, we went to visit my friend Jacob in Starkville at Mississippi State, And our friend Cameron comes in and he's like, I've got acid, guys. Who wants to drop acid with me? And I'm just like, hell yeah, against my better judgment. And yeah.
Oh, good God.
So I listened to Tesseract's Altered State while under a blanket having a fucking experience.
Mike found God on that trip.
And
Mike
then
found out he was God.
And then everyone went to bed and turned the lights off, and then I had a panic attack for 12 hours.
Oh, to be fair though, so I've
God.
got stories from this trip. I want to tell one more that's not really music related, but to this day it's my favorite drunk story I have.
You came, we came home and you just step out of the door and you're like, hey guys, immediately throws up.
So basically I have chronic back spasms. And I can't afford the medication for it. So whenever I get them, I just, grab a bottle and drink a bit, and it helps kill the pain. So I did that at their house, but I got a bottle of horchata, a bottle of Fireball, and like a bottle of Burnett's vodka. Spoiler alert, those three don't mix very well, especially not when you're on an empty stomach. So I killed half of the bottle of Fireball before they got home. And they come home, and I'm like on the couch, and I'm trying to sober up, and I'm just laying there like, fuck. And I hear the car door, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll go out to greet them. Worst mistake I ever made. I stood up, could not find the door handle, fumbled for it for about 30 seconds, finally popped it open, fell out the door, looked at them, went, hey, how are you guys? And puked all over Brooke's shoes. And they walk in, carry me to the couch, and they just look at the bottle and they're like, Jesus, Stephen. Have you even eaten? And then I looked up and I'm like, oh, that might be why I'm so fucked up.
Oh, good fuck.
It was I'm not gonna lie, that was a bad time.
Oh, fuck.
That was a great trip. What are you talking about?
Look, man, I'm just saying, I woke up that morning after my fucking 12 hours of not getting any sleep, like having an anxiety attack. Brooke gets up and I'm just like crying, like, I'm so happy you're awake.
If I had known you were doing that bad, to be fair, I would have stayed up. But I asked you and you said, yeah, man, I'm fine. I just need a minute. So I went to bed.
I think Cameron was still awake and it's just like, Cameron, I need someone to talk to. And then I just proceeded to not talk to him. He's just like, Mike, I want to help you, but you got to talk to me, dude. And I'm just like, I can't right now.
And remember, kids, this is why you don't do drugs.
We went to lunch the next day and just like, I was still kind of like having a mad anxiety attack. Like I'm trying to be normal, eating my fucking burger, but the trees were vibrating and I'm just like, oh God.
The trees were vibrating.
I remember that.
Oh my God.
To be fair, I've only ever gotten a hangover twice in my entire life, and one of the times was that day. I just remember waking up after they forced me to lay down and go to bed, and I'm like, what time is it? And Mike looks at me dead in the face and goes, it's like 7 o'clock. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna puke again.
Oh, good God.
That was a great trip.
Maybe for you.
Oh my God. Since we're on the topic and we're trying to pad out time anyways of like great stories, we should tell the one of the day we were at JoJo's house and you thought I was challenging you with my dab pin.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I go with Steven to go to his friend's house to pick up something questionable. And so we get to Silver's house. And we're playing Naruto. After we have smoked said dab pin, right? And we're in a match, and about 10 seconds into the match starting, I'm just like, hold up, something's not right. I need to lay down.
Oh, good God.
Steven, What was that? I don't think that was weed.
Keep in mind, I looked at him and said, "Hey, man, don't draw on this too long. It's not like normal pot or dab. This will get you horribly fucked up." He took that as a challenge. And you know, a normal dab pen rip, you hit it for like maybe 5 seconds, 6 at the absolute most, and that'll get you really fucked up. This man ripped on this pen for like 30 seconds until I finally pulled it from his hand, and I'm like, "Mike, no, you gotta stop."
As someone who has smoked, the longest
Stallman,
I've ever been able to do without wanting to die is 10 seconds.
All right.
Fucking how?
So after, trying to play Naruto and being like, hold up, something's not right here. Every time I would close my eyes, I can't even begin to describe. It's just electric patterns and fucking rhombic decahedron bullshit everywhere. And I'm just like, I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed right now. I don't have time to take my contacts out. I don't want to fuck with that shit. I'm going the fuck to sleep.
And then this man like looks across the couch at me because Joe has a couch in his room and I'm sitting there laying on it. And he's like, "Steven," I'm like, "Yeah, Mike, you okay?" "The bed, it won't stop growing." And I'm like, "Bro, you gotta go to bed."
Like, I just laid down and everything was big and the bed was getting bigger.
Dear God. Oh my God.
The man was so obnoxiously high that I just kept chiefing because I was like, I gotta match this man.
I gotta catch up. Yeah, exactly.
And and I'm looking at this dude, and he's literally just sitting there, like eyes to the ceiling, like, "God, why have you forsaken me?" Meanwhile, I'm in the couch talking to Joe about like weeb shit and anime, and Joe looks over finally. He's like, "Is Mike okay?" And I'm like, "He'll be fine in about 3 hours. Give him a minute."
I did go to sleep though.
You did, and Jesus, dude. See, I've had a fair share of experiences of being what I would like to call too high. That would probably register as one of those times.
I just knew, man. Just like, I can't. I'm going to bed.
Jesus, how can you? If I get to that point, I can't go to bed. The fucking no, Stallman. There is definitely a fucking thing. There was at one point, me and my friend were trying to go. We were doing the milk game.
Oh no!
He packed the bowl very, very, very tight, so you had to draw it in real hard. Well, one time, eventually, after about 2 or 3 pulls, he loosens it up a little bit, and me and him, being the idiots that we are, pull at the same strength we just were pulling at. About 30 minutes later, I literally was having an like my head, like the voices in my head were having arguments with each other.
Yup, that's about how bad it gets.
I was like, this is uncomfortable. This isn't okay. This is uncomfortable.
Actually, hold on. Do I still have that Snapchat saved where I archived Starkville? Hold on. Please tell me I still have this.
That's where we were.
That's where we were. Please tell me I still have it. It's got to be in here somewhere.
I might still have the video of you trying to crush the blanket like a cockroach.
So yeah, I just picked up a blanket, and it's like one of those blankets that has like the little like fabric strings popping out of it, and I imagine that as a small city, and I'm just rubbing my finger on it like, and then when I realize it kind of looks like a city, I'm just like, I am their new god now, and then just slowly finger smash.
Yeah, it was at this point that I started to realize Mike might not be okay. I need to start checking on him.
He might be a little too high.
Not possible.
Yes, it is possible to be too high.
Very possible.
Okay.
It's possible to be uncomfortably high.
Unfortunately, I do not have this video anymore, and I just formatted the drive that it used to be on.
Rip. Ripperoni.
Fucking rip.
God damn.
That was insanity, though. That whole trip was wild. That whole trip gave me the full college experience in like 3 days.
You know what? Fair.
Like, there's just a point where in that Snapchat where it's just like I've been looking at the same picture and imagining it as a cool skeleton with a top hat, and I don't know what else it could possibly be. And when I finally sobered up, I realized it was like a picture of it was like a macro image of a globe.
Yeah, Mike,
Oh, good God.
if you ever want a din dad, Mike is not the person. Let's put it that way.
And like I'm just like shout out to this video of like calming ocean noises for getting me through the last 2 hours.
Forgetting you.
It's 7 a.m. I hear birds. It's calming.
I remember that one. No, you know what my favorite memory from that is? Me looking over, because I brought my desktop and I was playing Fallout New Vegas, and I just peek around the screen. And I'm like, Mike, you good? And he just goes, yeah, I'm listening to heavy metal. And I'm like, bro, no, stop.
I thought it was a good idea to listen to Swans at one point, and I turned it on, and 3 seconds in, I'm just like, why did I do that?
Well, I mean, that's basically what I did with the entirety of the Cattle Decapitation album.
Oh no. God, no.
That's what I did at some point when I was like at like, I don't know, a self-proclaimed like 8 or 9, and I was like rocking the fuck out to Plagueborn. I was like, this isn't normal for me, but fuck it.
No, the first situation I had where I was like, music is forever. Music is my best friend. God, I love music. Mike had recommended me an album by a band that I now really, really like called the Proto Men. And we've been to see them. But so I'm sitting there and I have Act 1, I think, at the time playing. And I am, when I say toasted, I mean, I could have probably put Snoop Dogg to shame. I had killed like 4 blunts and smoked 2 or 3 bowls from my bong with my sister.
Jesus fuck.
And I'm sitting there and I'm listening and I'm like, I am Mega Man. I have to save the people. And my sister just looks at me and she goes, Steven, sit the fuck down. You're too high.
Oh, good God.
That was...
that's fair, Mike. Fair. That one, I think plays a little. Yeah, that one is a little more forgiving. If I had that experience with weed, dude.
Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about besides the 3 albums today was actually like going over like hi-fi equipment and stuff. Sort of, which I think we touched on, which I think we touched on last season, but not really too in depth. And now I know a thing or two about IEMs, and oh boy,
what?
In-ear monitors, which are basically fancy earbuds.
Very fancy earbuds.
All right, so where to start? I guess we'll just talk about like headphones and amplifiers and DACs and shit, and then we'll get into fancy earbuds. All right, so you want to be an audiophile, eh? Very cool. Prepare to spend lots of money dollars.
Absolutely.
All right. So before I start, I guess I'll just kind of tell you my path, my road so far. It all started in high school when I met my good friend Jaron, who I don't really talk too much nowadays, but he's the one who showed me the way. So my first pair of good quote unquote headphones were the Sennheiser HD201s, which are $20, and I don't know that you can buy them anymore, maybe, ? I don't know. They're pretty old, but they're pretty solid, entry-level headphones. Pretty good. All right, so I had those headphones, but I was listening to a lot of music on my phone and stuff, so for good headphones, you need something to drive them with a little bit of power. So that's where a headphone amplifier comes in. So I believe it was the FIO E1. It's a little square-looking thing. It kind of looks like an iPod Nano. You plug one cable into your audio source, and then the other, you plug your headphones into the little square, and wow, your music's louder.
That thing was ass.
Yeah, it was okay for what it was, but it's not great. Theo makes better things. But like I said, good for what it was and what I was using it for. So basically, I'd be that fucking kid that has like a bajillion cables falling out of his pocket that are like 5 feet long, like jamming to my fucking music and shit. And then I also had a little tiny Hi-Fi Man USB DAC that I would bring with me, and when I'm in like I took like graphic design and game design classes in high school, so like we were allowed to listen to music and shit while we did our work. So I'd plug that into the computer and have some jams going, and that was me. So after the Sennheisers died, after the cable snapped off in my iPod, I don't remember the model. There's a brand called Superlux, which I don't remember. I want to say it's like the 220 Evos or something. The something Evo, something number Evos. And they're these cheap Chinese headphones that come in a really sketchy looking like clamshell plastic packaging, and you're like, there's no way in hell these could be good. But for $20, they're incredible, and I did not believe it. So I used those for the longest time until they eventually died. And then I impulse bought a pair of Sennheiser HD 518. No, wait, that's not right. I don't remember the model, but they're like some on-ear Sennheiser headphones that have like a built-in like phone control thingy. I don't remember the model. It's the something eyes. There's definitely an eye at the end. And I impulse bought those. I was in a trip. I was on like a school trip. So one of my teachers in high school did like this trip with me and 2 other kids in our class, and we went to Europe one spring break. And so I'm at the airport in Paris, and my headphones had died, and it's like, fuck, I need a new pair of headphones. And so I paid like $80 for a pair of headphones at the airport because I'm a fuck. And those lasted me up until freshman year of college, where I bought these fucking things. Sennheiser HD 518s. And I used those up until very recently. So they've lasted me this long. I've had to replace the cable a couple times. It's very nice when you get good headphones because you can literally just like replace the cable. So if I twist this thing and pull it out, it's like, wow, you can get a new cable. So as you can imagine, going from 2014 to now, the padding is in not the best shape in the world, but they still work. They still sound great. I do intend to replace the ear cups eventually. And just have them as a backup pair of headphones. But I replaced them with my current headphones, which are the Sennheiser HD6XXs, which were made in collaboration with Massdrop. These are normally like $500 headphones that I paid half that price for. So these are just like a kind of a refresh, slightly different color version of the Sennheiser HD650s, which are a very high tier pair of headphones. They're really nice. And I paired that with my amplifier and DAC combo, which is the Shit Magni Heresy and the Shit Modi. The company that makes this is literally called Shit, SCHIIT. They have a retail space in California called The Shitter. They really go hard on that pun. They make good shit.
Isn't that their whole tagline? Is they make good shit?
Basically, yeah.
God damn it.
But yeah, they make a lot of good stuff. All their products are named after something from Norse mythology. Norse, I can say words. Words are hard. But yeah, they're really cool. So these headphones, I know people say pair well with like a tube amplifier. So Shit does make a couple of tube amps that I'm maybe looking at getting and trying out in the future. Being an audiophile is a slippery slope because you'll buy one thing and you'll be like, wow, that looks cool, I need that. And then next thing you know, you have like 500 different headphones and like a bajillion amps and DACs and stuff.
How I wound up with my Sennheiser HE350 or HE560s and my Hi-Fi Man HE350s.
Yeah, you gotta... Yeah.
Basically, like, Massdrop was doing the Hi-Fi Man HE350 drop, and I was like, oh, that's neat, I'll buy those. And I listened to them, and my mind fucking imploded because I could pinpoint every instrument on the entire soundstage, and I'm just like, I need more.
Yeah,
And
basically, you'll buy some headphones, get an amp and a DAC to go with it, and you'll be like, okay, but what if we went deeper? And then you end up spending like $30,000 on the Sennheiser Orpheus, which is like the most expensive headphones that Sennheiser makes, and they only show them at shows, and the only way to buy them is to like get on a list.
I really want them.
What
I really want is the Hi-Fi Man Shangri-La. If I ever win the lottery, that's what I'm buying.
Yep, I'm very aware of the Shangri-La.
But like that, and it started with the Hi-Fi Mans. I got the Sennheisers, and then I'm like, well, my Sennheisers require a little bit more power. I know, I'll buy an amp, and I bought a SAP 2, and I fucking love that thing.
I've heard the SAP 2 is good.
It's so good. And then, like, I'll put it to you this way: when I turn it up to the first peg, like not even halfway, the headphones are so unbearably loud that I have to turn it down, like my actual in-game volume. Basically, the drivers in that headphone are not meant for something that powerful, and I need to get a more powerful pair.
Yeah.
I want to eventually get a pair of but the Hi-Fi Man 600 series, one of their headphones, because they're god tier.
Yeah. Speaking of Massdrop, Massdrop is kind of a good site to buy like these high tier headphones and amps and stuff. They've rebranded to Drop, but basically what Massdrop is, it's kind of like a so the way Massdrop works is
crowd buying.
It's crowd buying. So the more people sign up to buy something, the lower the price is, until it reaches like a maximum discount. They do have a few products that Massdrop themselves make in collaboration with other companies that are permanent. Like a lot of the other stuff is just like once they run out, and then you have to wait until people vote to bring that item back. But the things that Massdrop themselves collaborate with and make, it's like a permanent stock, and then they have like a permanent price. So these headphones that I have, the 6XXs, are $220. They're based on the Sennheiser HD 650s, which are normally around $500-ish. So you're getting like a pretty good price for these headphones. A lot of good stuff on there, for sure. So check that out if you're interested. Massdrop is kind of separated into communities. So there's the audiophile community, mechanical keyboards, technology, outdoors, whatever you can imagine. They probably have a community for it. It's a good site.
Yeah, I want to cut in just a bit here before I go in to get a drink because my hiccups are coming back, and I hate it. The easiest way to describe how Massdrop gets their prices so cheap, one, the balancing is a little different on their headphones versus industrial grade, like industry standard stuff. But overall, it's literally just like Mike said, the more people that buy it, the cheaper it gets because the more they can manufacture at a cheaper price through their distributor.
Yeah. Though when you go to order something, you're usually probably going to be waiting a couple months for everything to ship because they're waiting until the maximum number of people get on board before they start shipping stuff. So when I ordered these, I think I waited like it was mostly at the beginning of the pandemic, so there were some shipping delays because of that. So it maybe took, I don't know, like 3 or 4 weeks for these to ship, but I got them. They're great, and I love them. So yeah, with like amps and DACs and headphones and stuff, I know that the subreddit for headphones has like a pretty good like Google form that they made where you can kind of find stuff depending on whether you want over ear or on ear or wireless or wired, and they'll recommend you like some stuff based on price point. So check that out too. Do your research on that kind of thing. And like, I'm not really sure exactly the difference between say a tube amp and then kind of like the kind of amp that I have that's non-tube kind of deal. I think tubes are a bit warmer. I do want to get one at some point and kind of mess around with it and see, but I can't really speak on tube amps because I don't have the experience with those. But IEMs, which is something that I just recently started getting into, there's a good YouTube channel. It's run by a guy named Zeos. He has a review channel called Z Reviews, and this dude literally, like, his entire job is just reviewing headphones and amps and stuff. So he has loads. So he has a good number of IEM or in-ear monitor reviews. Like I said, those are basically just fancy earbuds. The IEMs that I know that are good, kind of entry level to get, is the Moondrop Starfield, and then there's another one that I need to see what the fuck it's called. What the fuck are they called? It's like hold on, I'm gonna look this up because I forgot what they're fucking called. The Thigh Audio Legacy 3s, those. So those are kind of, there's pros and cons for both of them, but I think they're more or less the same as far as like sound goes. I know with the Thigh Audios, the cable is a bit nicer and whatever. So if you like having nice cables, you can get those, but they're more or less the same, and they cost about $100-ish or so. Cool thing about the Thigh Audios though is you can customize these, so you can get like a custom body for the drivers with different colors and different patterns and stuff on them. And then also you can get the entire just earbud customized. So if you go to an audiologist, have them get impressions of your ears, either like a mold or 3D scans, you can send it to Thigh Audio and they will make personally customized IEMs for you based on the scans or molds of your ears. And that's really fucking cool.
How expensive is that?
I think it's like an extra $60 or $80. I don't remember.
I need to drop that somewhere because I have a real fucking issue getting any like in-ear shit to stay in my ear. If I have anything, they fall out and within like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Actually, let me pull the page up fast. Oh, they changed the website, so that's cool. Oh, okay. I was just looking at a different thing. Okay, so Thigh Audio Legacy 3s, click on custom. It is an extra $70 to get the custom ones. So they're like 200. Oh wait, hold on. They're $130. It puts it up to $200 if you get customs. So there's that. But yeah, I need a pair of like travel headphones because I don't want to walk around with like over-ear studio headphones at the fucking airport or whatever because it's weird. But I'm not really a earbud fan so much, but I mean, I don't mind them really. So I'm looking at getting the Moondrop Starfields. I'm not really familiar with Moondrop as a brand, but I know that they kind of brand their stuff with like some weeb shit. But all that matters to me is that the earbuds sound good, right? So I'm going to get the Moondrop Starfields, and then Fio is a Chinese manufacturer of amps, DACs, and music players. I had an amplifier from them back in the day. So they make a Bluetooth all-in-one amp DAC called the BTR5, and it is apparently the best thing that Fio makes, and it is especially good with IEMs. So it's completely Bluetooth, which has me skeptical, because normally I prefer my stuff wired, but I'll trust the reviews on this. And yeah, that's what I'm going to get. I'm going to get those pretty soon because I am going to visit a friend soon, so I'll be doing some traveling, and I hope to have those beforehand. So I'll tell you what I think of them. Yeah, if you're looking for, I guess, any audio stuff, do your research. Z Reviews is a guy that I've been watching recently. Like I said, he reviews a ton of audio equipment and stuff, so check out and see what he says. See what the communities are saying, and you can find stuff based on price point. So you start at the bottom, and then as you discover what kind of sounds you like, you can work your way up until you eventually reach your end game. But for some people, higher. They never stop. Like
Cue Linus Tech Tips crying on stream about how epic his headphones are.
If you've ever watched Linus, look at the video where it's like he didn't think he was gonna cry wearing these headphones, and then
yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I know I was talking about like the Sennheiser Orpheus, which is like a $30,000 pair of headphones that come with like a hardwired amplifier DAC thing, and there's a button that makes the tubes rise up, and it's marble, and it's really fucking extra. Kind of like the lighter version of that is the HD800s, which are a $1,500 pair of headphones that do have a giant fucking amp DAC that is made specifically for them that cost about as much. And someday
we can dream.
But yeah, you missed my. I don't know if you were here for my whole thing about fancy earbuds, but if you have anything to add, if you want to talk about kind of where you went with headphones, your headphone journey so far.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me 1 second to check out here. I'm getting a drink.
Oh,
But,
actually, Stallman, that reminds me. I did have a pair of Behringer headphones, and they felt really cheap and plasticky, and I didn't really like them very much, to be honest. I think a friend gave them to me because so my HD 201s that I said that the cable snapped off in my iPod, my friend modded them to have a removable cable, and that extended the life for maybe 2 weeks. And then he had like a pair of Behringer headphones that he wasn't using that he let me use in the meantime, and those lasted like a month or two. They weren't great.
Mm.
But yeah, I will. That was loud.
Behringer headphones, my experience, I do have a Behringer mixer though, and it's pretty good. I like it. I've had it for a very long time.
I return. All right, so basically, what started with me was Mike was getting into high fidelity, and I got to try his Sennheisers that he was using for the longest time. And I was like, wow, this is impressively different. But I didn't really think much of it. And then my dad asked me what I wanted for Christmas one year. He gave me a price limit, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'll go on and I'll look. And I found the Hi-Fi Man HE350s by Drop, and I was like, all right, I'll go on and buy these. And I actually just got my first amp recently, which is that SAP 2 I was talking about. And I'm not kidding. Like, if y'all need a cheap entry-level DAC, I spent $50, I think, on mine, including shipping. That one was it's incredible. I love that amp. The volume on it, just the bass volume, already sounds like I'm in the stadium directly in front of the stage. It's so loud. If you get a SAP 2, I would highly recommend holding on to it until you can get a bigger pair of headphones, because I think mine are, don't quote me on this, I think the HE350s are 90 ohm. Let me check their impedance real quick.
Yeah, that's another thing. With headphones, you got to check the impedance on them and make sure that you get an amp that's able to drive that. So that's another thing just to look out for.
And the relevant thing about that is you don't want something like my SAP. I'm glad I did the research on it, because if you just crank your volume all the way up, it's like a car. You're gonna blow your speakers.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also damage your hearing pretty much irreparably. Like, you can seriously fuck yourself up if you're not careful. There's a lot of dangers with high fidelity that people don't talk about that you should really look into. Because the higher you go, okay, it's 93 decibels at 1 megahertz. Frequency response is 20 hertz. So they're a pretty entry level headphone, but they're really good and they're really well balanced out of the box. So you won't have to feel full with equalizers or anything like that. If you, to add on to what Mike said earlier, if you do get a pair of cheap headphones and you want to make them sound way better than they actually are, I would recommend toying with the EQ settings on your computer if you have an EQ app or anything like that. And keep an eye on Drop, because that's your best friend when it comes to high fidelity.
Yeah, and they have like a forum for all of the stuff that they sell. So there's like people talking about it and giving their reviews on stuff. And it's like people that are into this sort of thing. So like yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty big community. I think Drop actually has forums on their site, Mike.
Yeah, they probably do.
Yeah, they used to. I think they still do. Yeah, it's in communities. So like my communities right now, I have audiophile, mechanical keyboard, and tech. So just like my general personality things. Let's see. Oh, well, there you go. I might actually buy these. They have a Serene Trance or C Entrance Serene DB headphones up right now that come with the DAC built into the headphone band, and also they have the Hi-Fi Man HE4XX, which is the step above what I have now. Those actually have planar magnets in them. If you don't know, planar magnets are typically two magnets that are tied together, and their vibrations tend to come out a lot cleaner, clearer, and crisper than regular headphones. If you can, I would recommend starting on not planar magnetic, because once you go planar magnetic, there's no turning back. You'll never be able to listen to anything outside of planar magnetic headphones again.
Fair.
But I mean, that's really all I have to say about it.
Okay. There's something else I was going to mention, and right. I was going to talk about balanced output because that's a thing I learned about recently. So
that was another thing that I wanted to mention, but you're gonna talk on it.
So some amps and DACs, or maybe amps mostly, I think, might have a separate output that is balanced, and it might be like a 2.5 millimeter, or maybe it's like even an XLR, which is really weird. Some headphones output into an XLR, which is strange, and I didn't know was a thing, but it is. So what balanced output is, it's kind of a way to circumvent electronic interference, because that might be a thing that you run into. So to circumvent that, what balanced outputs do is it will mirror the left and right channels, but it will invert the waveform. And that's how it circumvents interference. And some people say it sounds better, I guess. So that's another thing to possibly consider.
Balanced output is kind of a matter of personal preference, though, because for me personally, I hate it. I don't like it. It's too clear.
Yeah.
Because my SAP has balanced output.
Yeah, I don't know if you were here for it, but I'm getting a pair of IEMs pretty soon, and I'm getting the FIO BTR5, which is their like Bluetooth amp DAC. And I know that has a balanced output, so I'm gonna have to get another cable for that for the IEM so I can use that. So I'm gonna see how that sounds, see how I like it.
Like another output that can typically be balanced is 4.5 millimeter, like guitar jacks.
Yeah.
Those will typically be balanced too. My Sennheisers, the ones that I snagged secondhand, are actually balanced output through 4.5 millimeter.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a common thing. I'm going to unplug my headphones for a minute so I won't be able to hear. But for a lot of like high-end headphones, so a lot of cheap headphones dead end into this kind of jack, which you've seen before. But a lot of these hi-fi ones come with this adapter, which is more akin to a guitar jack, and a lot of amps and DACs use them too. So this is what I use to plug directly into my headphone amplifier. And subsequently also for my stereo receiver for my turntable. So if I don't want to listen through my speakers, I can plug this right into my stereo receiver and listen to my records that way, which is very cool. All right, I can hear you guys again.
All right, I'm going to send you a picture of my amp. You can find them on Amazon for like, I think I got mine for actually exactly $50.
Yeah, but mine were 100 each, I think, for the amp and the DAC separately. So
that's the VA one. I want a SAP. Hold on, wait. I'll just go to my buy history. Go to my orders. Is it not gonna pull up now? That's moderately annoying.
Is it the SAP 2 Pro?
Yes, that is the one I have.
So it's like sold out on Amazon, I think. It's like being sold from, hold on. There's like a third-party seller selling it for $120.
Okay. So people might have realized how good it was for the value and bought it out.
There's another one that's 68.
Is that a SAP 2 as well?
It's like a non-pro SAP 2.
that would be the one I have then.
Okay. Only 2 left in stock.
But yeah, if when Mike pulls that up on stream, if y'all need an amp now that is relatively affordable and will hold you over to your next pair of high-end headphones for a good while, I can't recommend it enough. Like, I love it.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta do...
And it's actually... It's
that.
got... Those switches on the front are tactile.
Yeah.
So they're like old jet switches. They're really nice.
Yeah. I'll actually... Hold on. Move my camera so that you can see what I've got. Hold on. So, here's my amp and my DAC. This is the Magni Heresy and the Modi. There is another version of this exact amplifier that is like non-Heresy. It's just the Magni 2, I think. So you've got an actual volume knob, which is really nice. And then on this, the DAC itself, this switch on the front is your input. So I have it set to digital because I have this set up through an optical cable. And then to connect the two together, I use RCA, and I bought my cable off of Monoprice because they sell cables pretty cheap, and it's a good place to get them. And then if we go around back, if I can fucking see, there's a switch on the amplifier that switches the gain from high to low. So I have these on high. If I add them on low, everything will be fucking quiet. But if you put them on high, it's a bit louder. I think the nice thing about this amplifier is that it's reasonably loud. It doesn't get, like, blow your eardrums out loud. Because, like, I'll be playing something, and everybody else will be like, Mike, you're blowing my ears out. And I'm like, what are you talking about, guys? It sounds fine. What the fuck? I don't know if it's my amp or what, but it just, like, normalizes volume so that it doesn't blow my eardrums out. So, I don't know. But...
No, the sap, if you do not equalize it or, like, balance it out, it'll fucking blow your ears. It's so loud. But I guess you pay for what you get, so...
Yeah. But yeah. But again, like I said, do your research on stuff, watch reviews from more than one reviewer, for sure. And yeah, just find...
Sound is a matter of preference.
Find what makes your wiggly air sound good to you. That's what matters.
Fair.
But if you need recommendations or anything, we got you. For sure.
Absolutely. If you need any... If you are in Cringe Crew and you ask me, Striker, what is me, Xenon, or... I don't know how familiar Arctic is with hi-fi.
Yeah, like kind of tell us your thoughts on this because you've been kind of quiet about this. I assume you not much.
So I get the audio it depends. When I'm listening to the albums for the week, I am usually listening on my phone, using a pair of Sony, I think they're like CH700s, the noise canceling ones.
Oh yeah, those are supposed to be really good, aren't they?
They're really nice. The isolation is really like this. If you were looking for some sound cancellation, it's fucking top, and you don't have to pay like $400 compared to Bose.
Would you mind sending me a link for those?
Yeah, let me see if
they're like
Amazon.
They're like $200. If these are the ones I think they are, these are supposed to be stupid good.
CH or like I think it's CH700s. I think. Maybe if I could look up the right fucking thing.
Oh, I'm thinking of...
Yeah, the CH700Ns.
Because
I'm thinking of the 710s as the ones I'm thinking of, but...
Yeah, I got one, yeah.
Both my high-end headphones are open back, and the only closed back headphones I have are a pair of earbuds. They're the Skull Candy Sesh Evos, which are good. For like $40 headphones, they're solid. They're not too bass heavy like a lot of Skull Candies. They're right on the mark, pretty good.
Yeah. I'll send this over. This is, I mean, I think I got mine from Best Buy when they were on, like, they were having some, like, seasonal deal. I think you can get one of the older ones for, like, it looks like $89 right now. They're actually, like, the new ones are like $200. But for a pair of noise canceling headphones, especially because I was doing a shit ton of travel when I first got these. They're a godsend. However, when I sit down and I'm at my computer, I use a pair of COS UR20s.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't
They
bad.
they are not, they're not bad headphones. They are they're just super cheap.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
$20. Yeah, they're 1683. I've been using these exact like, not the exact kind. I've been getting new ones, but I've been using these headphones for like a decade at this point, just because they're so comfortable. They are the most comfortable headphones I've ever had, ever. Like, I can wear them. I work at home. I'm an IT guy, so I do a lot of sitting in front of this computer. So having something that's comfortable is really fucking nice. But other than that, I don't really have anything like I don't have any of the DACs. I don't have an amplifier. I literally just run it out of the fucking audio jack on my computer front.
Okay.
Yikes.
So at some point, I plan to get new headphones. I've been looking for new headphones for.
So, do you want my
a
honest
hot second.
opinion?
Hmm.
If you're gonna go with new headphones first, get a high-end pair of headphones and an amp around the same time. If you're just gonna keep the same headphones you have for a while because they work, get a DAC first.
Okay, then I might, because these headphones still work. I mean, they're not like, it's not like I would call them bad, but
A
I
DAC
might get a
will,
DAC first.
yeah, a DAC will vastly improve your sound quality just overall, especially if you're using mid-range headphones, which it sounds like you are.
Yeah.
The DAC will help clear out all the electrical interference and make it a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
So
like the whole purpose of using like an amp and DAC is to kind of separate your audio from the internal components of your computer, because that can cause interference and stuff. So having like a separate system that processes that kind of clarifies your signal and everything.
Yeah, it's something that I've been like needing to do. It's just, or wanting to do. It's just every time I think about it, I was like, but that's a lot of money.
But it's worth it.
It is very much worth it. I just need to actually do it.
The thing is, it can be expensive, but if you're in the right communities and you have the right friends, like me and Mike can definitely help you pick some cheap DAC amp combos with a pair of decent headphones, and your whole setup might cost you like $350, $400. And yeah, that's a lot, but when you're talking high fidelity, that's actually pretty affordable.
Yeah, like if you want something that's gonna sound good and last you like a good long while, like in the long run.
Well, because the ones that I had my eye on them for like a couple years, I should say, because they've been around for a while. Was the what the fuck was it? I was just there. It was the Audio Technica, like the 50X or the 50s.
Yeah. The MH
those are good.
50Xs or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Oh, okay.
Those are like the default entry level audiophile headphones.
Yeah, it's just that like I desperately need like over ear, like because of how much I use my computer.
Mm-hmm.
I just need something that's as comfortable as possible.
Yeah. So as far as like brands and stuff go, you can pick anything from Sennheiser and it'll probably sound decent. With Audio Technica, the ones that you mentioned, like I said, those are the defaults to get.
Yeah.
I might mention Grado, but those headphones are kind of more engineered towards rock, I guess. So those only sound good with certain music.
Hi-Fi Man is another good budget brand. They have a lot of good entry-level offerings.
Hi-Fi Man's good too.
The pair that I got I still use this pair of headphones at my desk. Like, when I am at home doing the podcast, I am using these headphones. I've had them for 4 years. They're still really good. HE350s, I paid $90 for.
I can't confirm. I tried them. They sound great.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see those. I looked up Hi-Fi Man, and those were like the first ones. And it's it looks like they're 99 right now, but yeah. God damn. Okay.
They're a really, really good entry-level headphone, clear audio. That, if you're gonna get a pair of Hi-Fi Man HE350s, you can use them without an amp. They are designed to be usable without an amp.
Mhm.
I would say don't use them without an amp because you will not get the full experience. It won't sound right.
Okay. So what is, I guess, which one I mean, there's probably not, maybe not distinguishable better, but like the closed back versus the open back?
So with
It
that,
depends.
open back
Okay.
kind of, I guess, enhances the sound stage of everything.
Interesting.
But the downside to that is everyone can hear what you're listening to. So don't use them out in public, kind of deal. Or if you're worried about that sort of thing, because nobody wants to hear you listening to Death Grips, and he's just like, I don't fucking know. I am the beast I worship. Yo.
Got it. Yeah.
I stick my penis in a blender. I hate that that's an actual lyric.
Is it?
Yes.
Fair.
Hold on.
Mike needs to check now.
It's something like I stick my dick in a blender or something like that. And I'm just like, what are you even talking about?
Okay.
Or that might be a Run the Jewels lyric.
Maybe. I know that there's a Run the Jewels lyric where LP says I've got a unicorn horn for a cock, but
I know there's another one where he says teabag a piranha plant.
Teabag a piranha tank, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh shit. We've been going for like an hour.
Yeah.
Hour and 30 minutes, actually.
Yeah. Is there a problem? Do you have a hot date to get to?
Who told you?
I had a hunch.
Nah.
But yeah,
I'm
open
doing
back
after this
headphones
is
is just
going
kind of enhanced soundstage. Closed back is just kind of. I honestly don't have a lot of experience with closed back headphones, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
The only ones that I have are a pair of HyperX Cloud Stinger headset, and they sound okay, but they're just not. They're not for me.
Also, I'm gonna go on and tell you.
Oh no, he had forbidden knowledge, and they silenced him.
Oh god.
Steven, are you okay? Oh no, they got him.
He was about to indulge something that no other human can know.
So I guess while we wait on Steven to recover, if chat or anyone has questions about stuff, I can take this time now to try to answer said questions.
I do feel like I probably am gonna get.
Sorry, you there?
Yeah, we thought you had forbidden knowledge, and they got you.
No, they're taking me. Nah. Basically, so open back and closed back, a difference that I can say is a stark contrast in price to performance. With open back headphones, you're typically going to look at paying a lot less for a lot more. With closed back headphones, you're looking at paying a stark price increase because they don't have the openness to work with the soundstage.
Interesting. Okay.
Like a prime example, I can't remember the headphones that Jack used for a while, Jacksepticeye.
Oh yeah.
But he had a pair of Behringers, and I think they were like $480, and all of the reviews I saw of them were like, they're mediocre at best for headphones, and I'm just like, oh.
Interesting. Okay.
Because I mean, like I keep preaching about them, but my Hi-Fi Man HE350s are genuinely some of the best headphones I've ever owned.
I mean, yeah, they're on drop for like $95 right now, so that might be the move.
Honestly, get them now while you can. They're really good.
Yeah.
And I think they actually just rebalanced the drivers too. So they have a more updated sound profile.
Okay.
So I'm actually considering selling mine and upgrading to a newer pair of Hi-Fi Mans because I love Hi-Fi Man.
Yeah.
Every product I've ever tried from them has been reasonably priced and really, really good for the money you pay. Like, I will swear by them that they're a good company.
Yeah, there's a lot of different options, but yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye out on that one, especially on drop since it is still there right now.
I think that is one of those phase in, phase out ones, though. So if you want that, you kind of have to grab it now.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that's the wrong Reddit account. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, Mike just pulled up the no account.
Good thing my display capture's not on.
Hey Mike, you ever wonder what it's like to get TOS'd in 5 seconds?
Good thing the images don't open by default. All right. So I mentioned this earlier. The headphone subreddit has a very handy dandy Google form thing set up where you can, or it might be the audiophile subreddit. It's one of the two. Hold on, let me find out. Nope, it's our headphones. So they have a handy dandy Google site actually where you can, that should answer your questions about amplifiers and DACs, and will help you find. Hold on. Okay, so this is not their headphones one. It might be the audiophile subreddit that has that. But our headphones has a handy-dandy guide that separates amps and DACs by category, either portable or desktop, and by price point. So you can look at that if you want. And let me find the headphones one as well.
I think it's under headphone advice. I was just under that. Maybe?
Possibly. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. No, actually, it is under our headphones. Yeah, let me. I'll drop it in there. Actually, I don't know if I can, but maybe you could approve it. Nope, I can.
Yeah, there we go. Headphone advice, and that sorts it by open back, close back, IEMs and earbuds, on ear, wireless headsets, that kind of thing. Actually, I'm glad that this has headsets on there because I can ramble about why you should not buy a gaming headset. All right, so gaming headsets. Honestly, nowadays, like I said, I have a pair of HyperX Stingers that sound fine as far as they go, but I would say that audio on gaming headsets is kind of gimmicky because they like to push surround sound so that you can hear their footsteps behind you when they're trying to stab you in the butt. And I don't really like that. A lot of people in the audiophile community would probably agree, don't buy a gaming headset. Instead, get you a nice, decent pair of hi-fi headphones and buy an Antlion mod mic. So you can have a nice pair of headphones, and then a mod mic is literally like a little... It's like the little headphone piece thing that sticks out of a headset, except you can stick it onto your headphones yourself and put it anywhere you want. And it'll probably sound better than the headset mic. Because the HyperX Clouds that I have, the mic on that sounds like ass. It is very bad. The mod mic has good reviews. It sounds great from the demos that I've heard, so it would probably be better to do that. Or alternatively, you can go my setup and have a good pair of headphones and a microphone like this. So.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I have an XLR mic. It's not an expensive one, but
yeah, this one isn't either.
I love XLR mics because they're just so fucking clear.
Yeah, I paid $80 for this, and it's the Audio Technica AT2020. It's good.
I paid $20 for mine.
Okay.
It's a pile.
Yeah, with like Salman said, with headsets, it's either they cheaped out on the mic or they cheaped out on the drivers.
It seems like they just kind of they took the technology when like Modern Warfare 2 dropped and those like headphones like those mics, and they just carried those over. Like they haven't changed the mic technology in like over a decade for those things.
Yeah. Steven, do you live? Oh no, he's dead again.
I am alive.
Are you in a what the fuck? Hello?
Does it echo?
Are you taking a shit?
Perhaps.
Oh, no.
Oh god. Well, so
It's a shitty podcast. What can I say?
God fucking damn it.
Like, okay, I'm expecting some like diarrhea splish splash noises. I made this joke on stream earlier. Actually, you missed it. No, wait, it wasn't on stream. I was in chat with Matt and Tundi, and I was just like, "Hey guys, I gotta go take a shit," but I didn't actually leave. I just like routed some like diarrhea audio through my through my amp to play in chat. Okay, but actually, what are you doing?
Oh fuck.
I am currently in the back room at Panda's restocking cards. There is a large echo in here.
Okay, I thought that you were in the bathroom.
I thought you were actually taking a shit.
No, that's why I keep muting my mic.
Gotcha.
So, I know we were talking about the headphones, but I don't know how much you guys like. I know if I talked to Ted, it'd be a different story. But what do you guys think about pop punk?
I listened to Black Parade back in the day and liked it a lot. It's not a genre that I listen to very often, but I like it when I hear it. I just don't go out of my way for it, you know?
Because Machine Gun Kelly literally just dropped, I think, 2 days ago, his pop punk album.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I had heard before, it was surprisingly good for an individual like Machine Gun Kelly.
Weird.
For like, I've listened to his raps and his rap songs, and while they're not my favorite, I don't know if I'd say he's the worst rapper I've ever heard, but his pop punk stuff sounds infinitely better to me than almost any of his rap stuff has.
Huh. Okay, so the only thing I know about Machine Gun Kelly is that he's the guy that had that beef with Eminem, and then they made diss tracks about each other, and that's all I know.
Yeah, he's kind of living on, for a couple years now, he's been like living on like this weird gray area between rap and rock, because I don't think it was 2019, it might have been 2018. Me and Clarice typically go to either Rock in the Range or what is now called fucking Sonic Temple.
Mm-hmm.
And he was there, I think it was last year or the year before. But either way, he's been like heavily selling himself to like the rock community more than the rap community recently, it feels like. Or at least like the mainstream like rock, more mainstream metal audiences.
Yeah.
I just think he's shit.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think his raps, for me, honestly, I think he should just scrap all of his rap shit and just go pop punk, because he has that like voice for it, at least in my head. And I mean, when you have fucking Travis Barker on some of your songs, it's hard not to sound pop punk. But...
Whoa, hold on. What in tarnation? Hold on.
Travis Barker.
No. I'm looking at Sonic Temple. I'm looking at the set, the list, the lineup for last year. Fucking Ghost, fucking Zealot Ardor.
Yeah.
The rest of these bands I don't give a fuck. I'm kind of Horror and Scarlord. What the fuck?
Oh my god. Seeing Ghost live again was I fucking love the current Papa. I fucking love him.
Yeah. I've seen them
y'all
like
want to go to a concert?
I've seen them like 2 or 3 times now.
I love Ghost. I would love to if Corona still wasn't a fucking thing.
Yeah.
I mean, we also live in different fucking states, I think, so.
Mm-hmm.
Never stop me and Mike.
Oh, fucking! I also got to see Star-Lord, like 2 weeks before that concert, and he was also like way better than I was expecting.
Yeah,
Not that I was expecting to be bad, but
I've heard a couple of tracks by him, and he reminds me of this other dude that I've listened to. He goes by the name Crime Wave. It's
Okay.
just that kind of like screamed rap kind of deal
Yeah.
that's like aggressive, and I'm into that shit.
It was a couple. I'm not sure if you watch the YouTube channel called Punk Rock NBA.
Nope. I've heard of him, I think.
Yeah, it's a YouTube channel that just kind of does general like not necessarily podcast like talks.
Fucking
but
Meshuggah was on this too. What?
yeah,
And Avatar.
Bruh. It was a good fucking year. This year was gonna also be really fucking good. Fuck you, Corona.
Yeah, like there was supposed to be
Red
like
Peppers was supposed to fucking do it again. You don't understand how, like, I did the album last week. They are my absolute favorite band of all time. I will do anything to go see them again.
There was supposed to be a festival here. It was like a hip hop festival called The Hive that was supposed to happen, and Denzel Curry and JPEG Mafia were supposed to be there, and I was so hyped for it, and Corona happened.
God, I this year was gonna be, what the fuck was Sonic Temple's? What was it gonna be this year? Because I'm very other than Red Hot Chili Peppers, they had just a good fucking lineup this year too. Oh, because Metallica before was supposed to headline 2 nights in a row, or 2 different nights, but that didn't happen. Who else was on that one? This is Bloodywood. I'm not sure if you've heard of Bloodywood. They're like an Indian metal.
Huh. Okay.
It's surprisingly catchy for them speaking in I think they speak in Hindi.
Okay.
I think, or most of the time they do have English lyrics sometimes, but like they're surprisingly catchy for not even being this language.
Yeah. Shit. I gotta tell you guys. So, a completely different country, but there's this band called Black Kirin, which is a Chinese folk metal band, and it is wild.
Huh.
So just like imagine like traditional Chinese instruments with just like whoa bao shi in the background while this dude is screaming to like some heavy ass guitar riffs, and it's wild.
That's gonna be another one on the fucking list. But I remember you talking about we were talking about Star-Lord, the YouTube channel Punk Rock NBA. They did a video on like emo rap, and he did kind of a cross section of how emo rap is kind of or he calls it emo with 808s is what he calls it. And he what's the word? Compared it to like the roots sonically, well, more like the roots of like the culture that is more based in like the early 2000s like rock and metal scenes. Like the lyrics kind of have that same thing. And I know that you said that one week you guys had that, I can't remember his fucking name, the Wicca Face
Springs Eternal. Yeah.
There's a playlist. There's a playlist that I have that I fucking love to death because it has artists like Shinigami, Convolk, Little Lotus. These guys were like the, I guess, emo with 808s, like current top people, but like it just kind of opened up a new realm of shit that I like.
It's not the Teardrop playlist on Spotify, is it?
No, here I can share it real quick.
Also, what Mike was saying
might be
about
that's
Black
a different
Kieran,
thing. Never mind.
He went on a kick for a while there where he was into like super weird, super obscure foreign metal bands.
Oh yeah, like folk metal and shit.
Yeah.
I think that was after I had heard like Burzum's Philosophim, and I was listening to like one of the early Ulver albums at that same time, and I was just looking at weird shit.
And he was like, "Yo, bro, you gotta check this out." And I was like, "What the fuck is this, Mike?"
I think Brooke made a joke at some point where she'd say that I listened to like Gregorian chants or something. The closest thing I have to that is there's actually there's a metal band from Mongolia that incorporates Mongolian throat singing, and it's a metal band.
The Who?
The Who, yeah.
Yeah.
I discovered them recently.
I love the Who, man.
Not WHO, that Who. HUU.
I figured.
They actually have a version of Wolf Totem with Jacob Shaddix, the lead singer for Papa Roach.
Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach? Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. They also have a version of shit, of course I can't remember the name of their song. It's their other super popular song. Not Wolf Totem. Fuck, I can't remember. But it has one of the guys from Ashes to New on it.
Ooh.
And it's really good too.
Ooh, I'll have to look at that. Yeah, like I feel like the if you looked at my Spotify, like some of the most liked shit that I have is like metalcore, like post-hardcore.
Juve, that was the name of the song. And they have the Song of Women, which has Lizzie Hale on it from Hailstorm. So
actually, speaking of Spotify playlist, I'll post mine right now. Hold on. So the Spotify playlist that I listen to all the time has like a really stupid name. It's called New Xenon 4.5 HD Final Remix Generation : featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series and Knuckles.
So it's all of your bizarre music
my
video game tastes.
It's my driving playlist.
Oh, good God.
Here you go.
Oh boy.
My first foray into like weird metal, since we're going on tangents tonight apparently. Definitely we were in the car and Mike leans over to me and he just looks at me and goes, "Hey Steven, you want to hear some weird shit?" And I'm like, "Oh God, Mike, what is it?"
If I start a conversation by asking you if you want to listen to some weird shit, be very afraid.
Oh,
and
God.
All I hear come over the radio is, "Hey little kitties," and I'm like, "What the fuck is this, Mike?"
It's Satan's Ice Cream Truck by
Satan's Ice Cream Truck by Strapping Young Lad. And I'm just like, and I was just like, "Who the fuck is this?" And he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, it's Devin." I'm like, "Devin Townsend." Yeah. I'm like, "What the fuck, Mike?"
Mike, I'm confused. Why does it say 1,400 songs?
Because there's 14.
It's only 8 hours. What? How? What?
No.
Mike, I have so many questions.
No. It's 90 hours and 50 minutes.
Oh, why? Why the fuck? What is up with Spotify? It tells me 7 hours.
Good question.
No. So the reason it's telling you that is because it's just registering one song. It's off of a Swans album.
What?
No. I don't even have that. I don't have that album on here. I could not drive and listen to that. There's some stuff on here that you'd be like, "Mike, how do you drive and listen to this?" Good question.
Like Rich Bitch Juice.
Oh, that's a good song. Check out Rich Bitch Juice by Alice Longu Gao. That's a good song.
It's so fucking weird, man.
Oh, speaking of which, I have a poll for you that I'm gonna make right now, and it's gonna determine what album I talk about next week. Hold on.
Oh God.
If you pick Swans, I want you all to know y'all are all responsible for the reason I killed myself.
I'm not gonna talk about Swans for now.
Oh, good God.
I hate it.
It's a looming threat that I'm gonna make you listen to Be Kind. The whole thing. It's a looming threat.
There it is. Now it's the 90 fucking hours. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Your project for next week is to listen to that whole album.
No. I haven't even listened to Children of God yet.
Children of God.
That's another Swans album.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you the artist or the album. I'm just gonna describe it.
Okay. Oh, Swans was okay. I was like, "Who is Swans?" And then I looked at To Be Kind. I was like, "Oh shit, it's them."
They're the guys with the weird Milk Mouth album.
Yeah, it took me a second to remember who they were.
Yo, I know what I should make everyone listen to next week, purely for the memes.
Dear God.
I'm gonna make everyone listen to a Da Vinci's Notebook
All right,
album.
there you go. I put the poll. You've got 4 choices.
Is it in Twitch chat or in Discord?
It's in Twitch chat.
Of course it is, Mike.
Industrial electronic rock, something hella weird.
Something
Oh,
hella
fuck.
weird.
So the other 3, I know exactly which one. The hella weird one is going to take me a bit to dig. Oh, actually, never mind. I know exactly which one. Okay.
Fuck it. Fuck it. At this point, fuck it.
All right, so I'm going to make you hella weird. Is that
I think that's unless 3 people vote in the next 2 seconds. I think
I can't vote in Twitch chat, but just know mine is for hella weird.
Hella weird.
So yeah.
All right. So we're going to listen to Weak Waves by Sea of Dogs.
Okay,
what is that?
You know what ocean grunge is?
Oh, you say ocean grunge?
What the fuck is that, Mike?
So you know vaporwave, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
What if it was obsessed with like Poseidon?
Okay. Which album?
Weak Waves.
Did you say Sea of Dogs?
Sea of Dogs.
They have 87 monthly Spotify listeners.
That's so
people. Some of their songs have. It doesn't even tell you the amount of plays some of their songs have. It just says less than 1,000. It can't calculate under 1,000.
Sea of Dogs?
Sea of Dogs.
I posted it in chat.
Please. Oh, it's a band. Oh God, it's on Bandcamp.
It's on Bandcamp.
Oh God, it's on
fuck me.
Bandcamp. Oh, this is gonna be some weird shit.
What if you took Nirvana, mixed it with vaporwave, but you're obsessed with Poseidon?
You know, sound. If you left out the Poseidon part, I'd be like, yeah, hit me with that shit. But you added the Poseidon part, and now I'm worried. I don't know how to feel about this, Mike.
I know I'm gonna hate it.
I really enjoy both. See, that's why he's like Nirvana and Vaporwave. I love both these things. What could possibly go wrong? Poseidon. That's what's going wrong.
Poseidon and then calm ocean noises.
Jesus.
So it's weird if shit in a good way? Oh.
Fuck, okay. Okay.
That was very...
Good
oh
talk.
no. I'm worried.
There's so much reverb from the ocean, and there's grunge, and there's the sound of waves crashing, and there's just so much reverb.
Oh, good God. Okay. Okay. I mean,
you know
I was planning on doing something normal.
Mike, since we're doing weird as shit, I'm gonna make a terrible mistake.
I can't top that.
This is arguably worse than you playing a Swans album.
I can't. I can make you hate yourself, but I can't top that.
Oh no, is it just a single? I thought this was on a album.
I got more where this came from.
You know what? Nah, fuck it.
I just have an entire just secret bag of things that are this.
See, I can go back to like my cringy shit that I used to listen to and make you hate yourself. It's not. Like I said, Jesus. Okay. I thought I knew what I was gonna pick. Apparently, I don't know what I'm gonna pick.
I apologize way in advance for what I'm about to make us listen to.
I don't know if I want to do it this week or another week. I want to do this one.
I apologize so dearly, so dearly. Mike, you're gonna know exactly what I'm playing or what I'm doing to everyone involved the moment I drop this in chat. But I want you all to know I have absolutely no regrets.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what you're picking.
I want to see this because it might change what I want to. Evil Shit 2.
What is this?
It's a Passenger of Shit album.
Have you listened to this?
Yes.
Oh no. See, even I haven't listened to a Passenger of Shit album all the way through. So the fact that you have and could recommend this scares me.
It's not good.
Okay.
You want to know what the other thing I was gonna recommend was, Mike? Wall noise.
Okay. Oh boy.
See,
so,
I don't know if. Oh God.
I think I mentioned this. So there's an album. It's called Forms of Paper, and the entire album is just the various sounds that you can make with pieces of paper. It is of a genre called lowercase, and it is as minimal gets. Listening to people crumple up paper.
Mike, why? Mike, why? Mike, why?
Are you about to make us listen to it, Mike?
I mean, I haven't heard it yet. Hold on. Let me do myself a solid and listen to this real quick. Let me peep this shit.
Oh no!
Yep. Forms of Paper by Steve Rodan. It got remastered recently, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, it crashed my Firefox tab.
Whip-a-rooney.
I'm playing this on stream too, also, and I'm skipping through it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh my fucking God.
And there we go. That's crispy. Uh-huh.
Mike.
Anywho. No.
Oh, good God. See, I don't have anything that is that fucking unknown and fucking weird. I am mostly normie shit. God damn.
I have an album that is not weird per se, but I can only listen to it in the winter.
Questions, just more questions.
It's called The Mantle. It's by a band called Agalock that broke up a couple of years ago. And the only reason I can listen to it in the winter is because when I listen to it, it reminds me of a snowy mountain forest where you would film a black metal music video, and if I try to listen to it in any other season, it feels wrong.
Huh. No, Stallman, that's okay. I don't plan to try. If I'd be stupid if I think I can battle Mike in weird shit. I know I'm not winning.
Believe me, I'm pretty sure I just won the weird shit category.
But I can't win against either of you.
I have a
To be fair, I am Mike's best friend, so you should expect no less.
I have a whole album of synthwave covers of black metal songs.
Mm. It's okay, Salman. I'm just gonna give him some old cringy album that I used to listen to a while ago.
I've got another album that is vaporwave remixes of Japanese technology ads from the 80s.
Fucking what? Mike, you like to push the envelope of what is considered music, don't you?
Yeah. Sometimes I
to
flex
be fair,
every once in a while.
At least he acknowledges his weirdness.
Yeah, no, fair.
I'm just like, you'll be driving in my car with me, because this happened the other day. So, me and my buddy were driving around. I was bringing us to a thrift store or two to go hunting for lightsabers, because I'm decorating my apartment living room. And he stops because I staple tapeworms on my penis, comes on, and mind you, my whole playlist up to this point has been like K-pop, a little bit of metal, like power metal, some other stuff. And he stops, pauses the song, and just looks at me and goes, "What the fuck?"
Fucking yeah. I don't know.
Oh, wait. I could make everyone listen to Okily Dokily.
No,
No.
I mean, yes, but no.
Please don't.
White wine spritzer.
Oh my god.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the exact album that I'm talking about that fits the description of vaporwave, but it's remixes of Japanese technology ads from the 80s. Hold on. I have it. It's not in my library anymore, but I'm going to find it. Hold on.
It's not
Oh,
in your
geez,
library
I
anymore.
can't imagine why it's not in your library anymore.
Shush.
Oh, yo, you know what track we should listen to on stream one day?
What?
And do like a live react?
What?
Meow the Jewels.
That's a good fucking album. So take Run the Jewels 2, give LP way too much weed, and then send him to an animal shelter full of cats, and then he gets the idea, what if we remix Run the Jewels 2 with cat noises? And that's what happened. If you buy the vinyl for this, the gatefold is just fur.
I fucking love it.
I love Run the Jewels so much, man. LP and Killer Mike are like wonderful people.
They really are.
All right, hold on. Let me just find my vaporwave flowchart. Give me a sec. It's in here somewhere.
I also have some shit.
Images.
Oh,
essential charts.
I could make everyone listen to Arabian Black Camel Metal.
What does that mean? You're
What are those?
You're taking random words and throwing them at me. What does this mean? At least when I say it, I mean it.
No, I'm being dead serious. It's a meme that I saw on iFunny a while back.
All right.
Hold on. I gotta
Hold on.
pull this up.
B2. Is it Prism Genesis? Is that the one? Wait, it might be that one. That cover looks familiar, but I'm not confident enough to tell you if that's the one or not. I think it's that one. Hold on. Fuji Grid TV by Prism Genesis. Hold on. It might be that one.
Al Nimrod is the name of the band.
This is it?
Huh. Al Nimrod is a Saudi Arabian black metal band. The name means Nimrod, a Babylonian king, and the group chose this name as a form of defiance against religion, and also make multiple songs about the mocking of camels and their sacred meanings in Muslim and Islamic practices.
Uh-huh.
This whole band was formed out of a concept to mock religion centered around Jesus Christ and camels.
Oh, good God. God, there was a metal band that I had on YouTube, and I can't find them. Oh, no, there it is.
But yeah, no, this is one of the weirdest black metal bands I've ever heard. Also, do we really want to torture each other with weird, outlandish shit this week?
Sounds like Mike already made his mind up.
Alright, I'll take that as a yes. Guess we're listening to Passenger of Shit this week. I'm sorry to everyone in advance.
Oh, good God.
I found it.
Oh, good God.
Anyway, yeah. No, I have not heard of the Shag Stallman. Please enlighten us.
I have not either.
You can tell we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here when we're talking about the weird shit that we listen to.
I think the absolute weirdest thing I listen to is Nero's Day at Disneyland. I think that is the peak of the weirdness.
I don't know what that is. Hold on.
Oh, we've begun to reach levels of weird that shouldn't even be remotely possible.
Nero's Day at Disneyland is the weirdest I listen to.
Well, boy, do I got a show for you.
This is like some really unsettling EDM. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's it's interesting. I love From Rotting Fantasylands. That one's my favorite.
Okay. Let's look at the Wikipedia page for the Shags. Their band is primarily notable for their perceived ineptitude at playing conventional rock music. The band was described in one Rolling Stone article as sounding like lobotomized Trap family singers. What does that mean?
I hate and love this all at the same time.
I fucking love it.
We're gonna listen to this. Hold on.
Are they on? Actually, you know what? I might choose this as my album.
My Pal Foot.
No, yeah, this is exactly what I'm doing. If we'll do the...
Sync.
Oh, is Mike physically uncomfortable?
They're playing out of sync, and I hope that this is intentional as a meme, because if so, that's hilarious.
From Rotting Fantasylands?
Yep.
Who the fuck is this?
This is the absolute... This is the weirdest shit I listen to. Or what would be considered the weirdest. I think they're
not like normal weird either. This is turbo weird. What the hell, man?
Like I said, it's like EDM, but it's uncomfortable.
It's considered...
This is like Passenger of Shit levels of weird. I kind of dig it.
It's called... They fall under experimental, glitch, and breakcore. Glitch and breakcore is like the reason why I like it.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
I'm looking at their Wikipedia page, and one of their associated acts is a band called Strip Mall Seizures.
Okay then.
Yeah. Interesting band names.
Okay. Well, hold on.
What the fuck was I listening to? Oh yeah.
I know there's a German metal band. Yo, wait. No, I should have recommended We Butter the Bread with Butter.
I know about them. I don't know what kind of music they make, but I know of them.
I'm recommending them next week. I've decided.
Okay, so you're not doing Evil Shit too. Gotcha.
No, I'm doing Evil Shit too.
Oh well,
We Butter the Bread
You gotta post it again, because I deleted it.
Fine, since it's already deleted, I'll do something actually reasonably good.
Oh, okay.
I'll do.
I have subjected the fact that this is going to be a weird week.
Yes.
And I listened to every single album high as shit, so this is going to be a really interesting week. It's going to be a very, very interesting week.
Okay.
Fine, I will play something reasonably good.
All right. Well, since it seems like we're running out of things to talk about, I think this seems like a safe place to end here.
Fair.
Yeah, I would say it is.
So yeah, next week we've decided we're posting weird shit. So look forward to that. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
But anyway, a bit of a longer episode, which I don't mind. Anything to pad out the time. Talking about whatever is good. So yeah, next week, same time as usual. Weird stuff is happening. Thanks for checking out the podcast. Appreciate you as always. Hanging out, all the good stuff. See y'all next week, I guess.
See you next week.
See you later.